Good morning, this is Juneteenth, Duncan with Free as an Eagle, and this is the big day, the final concrete work that will allow me to actually start attaching pieces of wood together to end up with an A-frame. So I'm walking in the driveway and the mixer showed up I drove up earlier to check on progress, and the two guys were waiting for the mixer, so I turned around, drove back to my house, and I started cleaning my car out, and next thing you know, the mixer goes by. So luckily I'm only 5 minutes away, so I was able to finish cleaning the car out and take a run up here. So they're moving the mixer to get better access to the foundation. So I'm going to take a wander in here. It's going to get a little bit loud, so bear with that, and I'll observe what's actually going on here for a couple of minutes. So yesterday they laid down smoothed everything up, checked that things were ready, and this morning they have the poly down. Oh wow, look at that. Beautiful. Morning. Looks like you're making a lot of progress pretty quickly. Got you on video for a minute just to capture what's going on here. Yeah, it looks like they got most of the concrete down already. You can see the poly down on the floor there to prevent moisture from penetrating from underneath. So this is pretty soupy, so it makes it easy to smooth out. And that's amazing. That's going to be a lot smoother than I ever would have thought it could be. But I think that machine vibrates, so it excuse me, kind of helps the concrete to settle and smooth out. So yeah, they're going to be here for a few hours. They've got to let it begin to set up and then do a final smoothing of it later. Man, that's beautiful. I'm so happy to see this. After this phase, I'm going to go home and order the delivery of material for the next phase, which is the joist box and the whole floor system, and then above that we'll do the whole rafter frame to happen. So take a wander around. You can see I put the green plates down yesterday. I finished putting those down, and got to start on the cement board. I got this side mostly done except for little pieces, and the other side I got a few sheets up yesterday, although it was blisteringly hot. It was like, even up here it was 87 or something, pretty treacherous, so I didn't get a lot done before I was roasted. Needed to get over to get down to the pool. So you can see I put some cement board up yesterday here on this side. I have these long bolts that I use to hang it. They're about 5 inches long. They punch through the cement board through 3 inches of foam into the green plates. Now that those green plates are in place, it gives me something to bolt the concrete board into so these sheets don't slide. I kind of jerry-rigged a little bracing to allow those to stay tight to the foam so they'd set up, but that adhesive works really well. It's these large tubes of foam board adhesive that stick it to cement and other surfaces. They do a pretty good job. We'll take a look at this power trowel arrangement for a minute. I've been curious how this process works. And the guys are wearing cement boots so that you keep their feet clean. But yeah, this machine vibrates and it smooths out the concrete as they go along. So there you see it, folks. This is the final phase, getting the floor slab poured before I can actually, those piers that were underneath are going to be places where posts go, and then if I can zoom in there, you'll see what we call beam pockets on the ends here, this little spot here. Right now they poured the foundation and they installed these little blocks of wood there so that when they poured, I could pop those out later, and that's where the beam pockets are, where there will be a girder going across the whole basement of the other end, and right there's another one. So when those come out, girder will go across on top of two posts. That will end up level with the green plates. We call them green plates because it's pressure treated wood, which is the thing that's required to go in direct contact with concrete so it won't rot or corrode or anything. That'll last for a long time. So there you have it. These guys are getting the job done. They've got a bit of a day ahead of them to kind of stay on top of this. It takes a while to set up, so as it sets up, they'll do the final smoothing of it, and then when they leave, they told me they'd lay a layer of some kind of absorbent material that would allow them to spray water on it later. And the reason is you don't want concrete to set too fast, and it needs a certain amount of water for the process. So if you rush the process or it dries hard and fast in hot sun, it's not good for it. It doesn't get as strong as a result. So I'd rather have them do it right and take the time. So they'll probably be here, and they have water on board. Actually, that tank in the back of that truck might be where the water is, but they'll be able to lay that fabric down, which I think is that roll maybe to the right, and then they'll spray it down with water to keep it hydrated, and that will give a better result. But yeah, these guys are good. They know what they're doing, and I trust them. So I'm gonna head back to the house for a cup of coffee and get a little more done before it gets too hot. So I will keep you apprised of progress. Next video should start to show some upward movement in the program, or at least a delivery material and a start. Anyway, have a good day, folks. Take care.